Okay guys, welcome back to part 2, second part of making the video for the surfboard. Here we're just going to do a few holes for dowels because we've got the board in two halves at the moment. We're going to drill these out, put wooden dowels in, glue them, and we're going to stick these two halves together. Probably won't do too much talking in this video. I'll just let the video speak for itself. Just watch along and enjoy. Please leave a like if you can. Leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And also, if possible, please leave a comment. Any tools you may see in the video guys, or even in the workshop, I'll leave links for them in the description. So if you're interested in them, just go down to the description, you'll see the links for the tools there. They will probably be Amazon affiliate links, just letting you know. Thank you. Okay guys, we're just setting this up for the glue up. I did forget to turn the camera on when I was gluing this together, so all I've done is I've made sure it fits first, and then what I've done is separated it and run glue right down the middle of it, and as you can see now we're clamping up. Now these clamps you see me putting on now guys, they're just to keep it flat, stop it from warping in the middle. These are self-made clamps. If you want to see the video on them, I'll leave a link at the end of the video for it. The blue ones I use to squeeze the wood together, and the metal ones are just used to keep it flat. Now I've gone down to normal speed here just to show you the technique I use to round it off even more. I did use a router bit with a round over bit before, which you've seen in the video, but it doesn't really get it rounded off enough, so what I did is use a little technique which you just saw me use. Here I'm just using plastic wood filler to fill any gaps, any cracks on the board, and we'll sand that down a bit later. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn on the camera here, but all I've done is just put masking tape on there so I can do the lines that you see me painting in now. Now obviously you're probably not going to copy my design, so you would put the masking tape on the way you want it for your design. It's that simple really. Now I like to take the tape off while the paint is still wet. For me, I find it leaves the lines a lot straighter. Yeah, leave the paint to dry, sometimes it peels the paint off with the tape. Okay, what I've decided to do here guys is I've flipped the board over and I've done two totally different designs. At the end of the day, this is going to be wall art, so if you get bored with one side you can always flip it over and you've got a totally new side on a new design. Now the orangey brown spray paint you've just seen me use, that's actually an undercoat, and I had a few problems with that later when I started to add the varnish or the teak oil. It kinda, even though it was dry on the board, when I put the teak oil on it started to rub into the rest of the board. So for future reference, don't use an undercoat, use a proper finishing coat to do your designs with. Sorry guys, the camera is about to run out just before I start painting on this. I apologise for that. Now, when it comes to finishing off the board, what I actually used for the first coat is teak oil. I used a bit of teak oil to do the first coat of varnishing, and then after that I gave it a quick sand off and I started to do a couple of coats of, this is the teak oil, I started to do a couple of coats of high gloss polyurethane with a bit of a sand in between a couple of coats. But when I was doing the sanding, I just done a very light sand using roughly about I think it was a 400 or 600 grit. Now once again guys, we're putting the teak oil on here. Now this is where the undercoat started to rub into the rest of the board, so just be careful not to use undercoat if you're going to do this job or anything like it. Make sure you use a proper finishing coat. Like, there's not a problem with the blue paint, just the orangey brown paint or whatever colour it is. I started to use a bit of this is like a dishwasher pan scrubber thing, the rough side. I started to rub it down with that at first, but it didn't really work, so I used about 4 or 600 grit, and I'm not putting any pressure on at all on the sand, and I'm just letting it do its work, and just a very quick sand, just to take the glaze off. Quick wipe down, and then start putting the coats of polyurethane on. I think I've done about 2 or 3 coats with sanding in between. Okay guys, there's a couple of pictures of the finished board at the end. Please leave a like, maybe a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And don't forget, if there's any tools that you want that you've seen in the thing, they'll be in the description. Thanks a lot for watching.